ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, welcome all of you for our weekly youth class, and thank you so much for joining despite today being a very crucial match between India and Australia. And still you have joined, that shows that you have restrained yourself and keeping yourself sense control. Even one point I was getting diverted into match just by seeing scores and like this, but then I am also restraining myself that no, not this is not good for us. Frankly telling. So we are going to discuss a very. I'll speak this class in English, and it will be helpful for all of you. If somebody doesn't understand, यदि किसी को समझ में नहीं आए, तो please मुझे बीच में बोल दीजिएगा, फिर मैं हिंदी में भी उसका आपको explain कर दूँगा. But this class I want to do in English every Tuesday. So we are going to discuss on a very important words from Srimad Bhagavatam, which is very relevant for all of us. This is spoken by Sri Narad Muni to Vyasdev when Vyasdev was not completely satisfied by his endeavor to present all the Vedas and scriptures, in fact Mahabharata also, to the world, and he was dissatisfied, and then he remembered his spiritual master Narad Muni, and Narad Muni, after coming there, he gave certain lessons to Vyasdev. It's a very beautiful section, first canto, chapter number 4, 5, 6. So we'll see one verse from that. This is 1.5.16, 1.5.16. I'll share the verse with all of you. And if you have your mobile or something, you can also see that. Yeah. Okay. So you are able to see. You are able to see the slope.
Yes, Guruji.
Okay. Yeah. So you can listen after this very nice reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 5, Text number 16. Vichakshano asyarthi veditum vibhor ananta parasya nikrita sukham pravartamanasya guner anatmana tato bhavan darsaya chestitam vibho. Yeah. Somebody get the translation? Anybody?
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Yeah.
The Supreme Lord is unlimited. Only a very expert personality, retired from the activities of material happiness, deserves to understand this knowledge of spiritual values. Therefore, those who are not so well situated due to material attachment should be shown the ways of transcendental realization by your goodness through descriptions of the transcendental activities of the Supreme Lord.
Yeah. Okay. So let us see here one by one these words. He tells Vichakshano. So Vichakshano means very expert. Arhati, deserves. A very expert person deserves what Viditu, to understand Vibho of the Lord, Ananta Parasya, of the unlimited Lord, or the glories of the Lord. Only a very expert person deserves to understand the glories of Lord. And what is his quality? Nivritta Sukham. He is retired from material happiness. He is no more hankering after material happiness. Pravartamanasya. On the other hand, those who are attached to guna, material qualities, anatmana, they cannot understand the spiritual value. They are devoid of knowledge and spiritual value. Tata, therefore, Bhavan, your goodness means, O Vyasdev, Darsaya, show the ways, Chestitam, activities we go of the Lord. That means, O Vyasdev, show the way to this conditioned souls by which they can understand the activities of the Lord. You have to write something which will inspire these conditioned souls who are at present very attached to material happiness or material advancement. And now you have to show them the way so that they can understand the Supreme Lord. Let's read the purport. Very interesting and beautiful purport by Srila Prabhupada. Yeah, read it.
Purport. Theology science is a difficult subject, especially when it deals with the transcendental nature of God. It is not a subject matter to be understood by persons who are too much attracted to material activities. Only the very experts who have almost retired from materialistic activities by culture of spiritual knowledge can be admitted to the study of these great science.
Yeah,
In the Bhagavad Gita,
wait. Yeah. So, Prabhupada writes, theological science is a difficult subject, especially when it deals with the transcendental nature of God. I'm visible, no? So, see the lines here. Theological science is a difficult subject, especially when it deals with the transcendental nature of God. It is not a subject matter to understood by persons who are too much attached to material activities. Same, you find a similar kind of sloka in 10th canto when Parikshit Maharaj says that Nivritta Tarsir Upagiyamana Bhavo Sati Mano Shrotra Virama. Nivritta Tarsir. Nivrit means who is free from. Tarsir means hankering. Free from the hankering of sense gratification and material attachment. That person, he relishes your activities. That person is that kind of personality relishes your transcendental activities. That's why those who are retired from material activities by culture of spiritual knowledge. This is again a very nice word to provide. When you're cultivating spiritual knowledge, by default, you will be getting detached from the materialistic activities. And they can be added into 30 of great science. Like, for example, now we have called all the youth to this class. Now, those who become attached to cricket match, they could not join this class. Or even if they are joined, then they might be watching in between the match. Kya hua, kya hua, kya hua, kya hua. So then they cannot understand this great science. As simple as that. So that's why, unless we give up material hankering and material attachments, very difficult to understand transcendental subject matter. Very difficult to understand this. You know. So actually, this is the problem. We want both transcendental happiness and material happiness side by side. That is the problem of conditioned soul. But that doesn't go well. So, but how does it happen? So, when we practice bhakti yoga, so it is said that this book is in uh, when you practice spiritual life, bhakti para isanubhav virakti anyatracha. So, when you practice bhakti, you get para isanubhav or realization of the higher self, para isa, who is beyond this material nature, anubhav, you realize that, you experience his presence, and by that you develop virakti. You cannot develop artificial virakti just by thinking theoretically, oh, I am virakti, I am detached, and no. It has to come by some positive. Like we tell Rasovardhan Rasopyasya Param Dishpani Vartate. By gaining the higher happiness, we can give up lower happiness. Otherwise, very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. Okay, let's complete the purport and we'll discuss further. Yeah, go ahead.
in the Bhagavad Gita, it is clearly stated that out of many hundreds and thousands of men, only one person deserves to enter into transcendental realization. And out of many thousands of such transcendentally realized persons, only a few can understand the theological science, specifically dealing with God as a person. Sri Vyasadeva is therefore advised by Narad to describe the science of God directly by relating his transcendental activities. Vyasadeva is himself a personality expert in this science, and he is unattached to material enjoyment. Therefore, he is the right person to describe it, and Sukadeva Goswami, the son of Vyasadeva, is the right person to receive it.
Yeah. There is one more paragraph. Let us wait. Okay, OJS Prabhu, can you read it? This Prabhu, next paragraph. OJS Prabhu, are you there? Oh, the internet is slow. Ram Prabhu, your internet is fine. You can read.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Srimad Bhagavatam from here only, Prabhuji.
Same. Yeah. Srimad Bhagavatam. Correct.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Oh, OJS
Srimad
Prabhu is also
Bhagavatam is the
correct.
most theological science, and therefore it cannot react on the layman as medical doses, because it contains the transcendental activities of the Lord. There is no difference between the Lord and the literatures. The literature is the factual literacy incarnations of the Lord. So the layman can hear the narrations of the narrations of the activities of the Lord and thereby associated with him, and thus they will gradually become purified from the material disease. The
Yeah, fine.
expert devotees also can
Wait, Ram Prabhu, wait. Let us discuss this point also. So, Prabhupada has beautifully
Yes, Prabhu.
that Srimad Bhagavatam is the topmost theological science, and therefore it can write. Theological science means it comes from theosophy, which is like uh, a branch of philosophy. So it's a realistic science, but not of matter, but beyond matter, and therefore it can react on the layman as medicinal doses. So it's like an ausadi, it's like a medicine. Because it contains the transcendental activities of the Lord, there is no difference between the Lord and the literature. So when you're reading Srimad Bhagavatam, you are associating with him. Very beautifully proposed. The literature is the factual literary incarnation of the Lord. We tell Bhagavatam is like body of Sri Krishna. So the layman can hear the narration of the activities of the Lord and thereby associate with him, and thus they will gradually become purified from material disease. You just Bhagavatam every day, Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya, then automatically by associating with Srimad Bhagavatam, will become purified. And Prabhupada's books are nothing but Srimad Bhagavatam, because they are all divisions of Bhagavatam. Whatever Prabhupada writes in his books, it is coming from Srimad Bhagavatam. Yeah. Let's complete the purport. OJS, now you can read from the expert devotees also. Yes, OJS, can you hear me? His internet is unstable. OJS, Prabhu, I think your internet. Yes. Continue. The expert devotees.
Am I audible? Yes, the expert devotee. The expert devotees also can discover novel ways and means to convert the non-devotees in terms of particular time and circumstance. Devotional service is a dynamic activity, and the expert devotees can find out convenient means to inject it into the dull brains of materialistic population. Such transcendental activities of the devotees for the service of the Lord can bring a new order of life to the foolish society of materialistic men. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his subsequent followers exhibited expert dysentery in this connection. By following the same method, one can bring the materialistic man of this age of quarrel into order for a peaceful life and transcendental realization.
Yeah, thank you. So we have completed the purport. Let me stop sharing. Yes. So Narad Muni is telling here, Vyasdev, to understand Krishna and his pastimes, it is not an ordinary activity, and it requires great amount of spiritual realization, and expert person who is free from material desires can only understand and relish the activities of Lord. But it is your job to convince people to understand and read about the activities of the Lord. How to do it? You decide now how you can make it very interesting. So now here comes a very good message for all of us. See, even when we are practicing Krishna consciousness as devotees and especially as youth, there are thousands of distractions on our way. And specifically when we see people around us, they are enjoying, they are going to parties, they are going to uh, these cold plays or concerts, or they are making girlfriends, or and they are so free to do anything. So then it becomes so difficult for us to uh, understand what am I doing. I am going to temple, and that too we are told just be servant of servant. You have to reduce your false ego, and you have to bow down all the time. You see any senior, you have to bow down. First go, and especially now in our temple, 4 times you have to bow down. First in front of Prabhupada, then go Nitai, then Radha Madan Mohanji, then Sitaram Hanuman, and then all the time you have to keep humble, and so sometimes mind may tell us that, "Arey, what is this? I have no freedom. Practically, my freedom is choked up. You know, I have become like kind of prisoner here." So, and this is happening why? Uh, because we have come to this world to enjoy to the fullest extent, and devotional service comes on our path to stop our sense gratification. So that's why Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, Yani sa sarva bhutani jagrati samyami. What is night for devotees is the daytime for karmis or materialistic man, and what is night for them is our daytime. So then it appears very strange, and it appears very difficult to follow it. Even Krishna tells Manushanam Sahasreshu Kaschyatra Siddhai. Out of thousands and thousands of people, only one may endeavor to approach me. And among thousands of such people, only one may understand. So then we realize if it is so difficult, then no, why to approach only? And then on top of that, there are aprad. You do anything, you do aprad, then there is no chanting holy name. So then very difficult. And then sometimes we may get realize, I don't know, mera kya hoga, whether I will be able to go back to work or not. Mind starts telling these things. Anyhow, I am so lusty, I am so greedy, I am so angry. So many anathas are there in my heart. And then what will I do? I don't know. How will this be purified? Even my chanting is not proper. Even when I go down to Lord, I don't feel that emotions, that thing. I'm just doing it as for the sake of doing. So my point is that so many things covers our mind when we apply ourselves to devotional service. And then our mind tells that maybe now, okay, I'm liking something of devotional service. Prasad is good at least. And sometimes devotees behavior are good. At least they don't use slang words. At least they can be trusted somewhat. Outside people are very difficult to trust. But then also we have faith that yes, I know material world cannot give me enjoyment. There are a lot of हम टीवी में देखते ही हैं कितना धोखा हो रहा है लोगों के साथ. Lot of cheating happens with people, and then sometimes we enjoy kirtan also. Sometimes we enjoy association of devotees. Sometimes we love purity of people, and so there is a big duality in our mind. Especially you, the devotees, I'm telling you, especially all of us, because I also passed through that time, so I can relate with what might be going on in your mind, and we are all facing with this problem, this thing that. So there is a tug of war. Where should I go? Will I fully devote myself to Krishna consciousness, and once we have tasted it, we can't leave it also. The problem is this also. Once we have experienced some taste of Krishna, We just cannot leave it. We want it. But at the same time, our material hungries are not going. So, and we know in our heart, that I'm attracted to girls, women, and I'm not that much pure. I know that, and I have my past background also. With this life, I'm from many previous life. So then, when a devotee is tousled between these two kind of these things, sometimes he becomes very frustrated, and then he starts thinking, "Arey, where have I have come here? What I have been just caught up by these people, and it was better that I was in ignorance and I was blissful. Ignorance is bliss. I was not knowing anything Krishna conscious, and I was happy, fine. And ever since I have known about Krishna, then things have become more difficult for me." So these kind of things happen in life because in Krishna consciousness, we are not seeing the tangible results very quickly. See, try to understand one thing. In material life, we see the results very quickly. You do some business, do something, you earn money. So money is tangible. Money comes, and then you purchase something or you take some facility, you enjoy your senses. So you feel, yes, I did sense gratification. Oh. So then you feel, oh yes, result mila na mereko. So suppose now you go to a person who is suppose doing job from last 10-15 years and he's earning good money. So you go to his house, you will see that, okay, nice TV is there, nice, AC is there, sofa is there, room is there. There's a tangible visualization of his hard work. His hard work is visualized in terms of this AC, fridge, TV, car, nice house, apartment, everything. You go to a spiritualist who is 10 years practicing Krishna consciousness, whom is brahmachari. By the way, this is my 10th year of brahmachari life. But if you see his, spiritual achievement, you cannot identify it also. Unless he speaks out or unless you spend some time with him. Just by seeing that person, you cannot. Because 10 years back also, he might be wearing yellow or white. Now he's wearing just saffron. Okay. Kapda badal liya khali. Kapda ka rang badal liya. But he's the same person. He might be using the same bag, same bedroom, same thing, same plate of prasadam. 10 years. So you don't see tangible change in his material achievements or something like that. But on an average brahmachari, I'm telling, of course, there are brahmacharis in ISKCON who have done many, many big things in 10 years. That is a different thing. So then we think, Hare, we kya kiya 10 saal, kuch nahi kiya khali. What he did. But we don't realize his spiritual achievements. That's why, as a practicing devotee, it's very important to observe our hearts year after year. And we should not forget the past. We should forget those things which disturb us in our Krishna consciousness. What I'm telling you, we should not forget what I was before I come to Krishna consciousness. What was my consciousness? Have I improved a little bit or not? So at least some percentage of improvement you should be able to visualize in yourself, in your behavior, in your thought process, in your realization, in your friendship, in your, you may say that your Medha Sakti or your intelligence, in Krishna conscious intelligence, some improvement has to be visibly or realized or felt by you. It is very, very important. That's why many people, they write their experiences, journaling, they write, and they keep writing for 10 years. Like I heard, His Holiness Swayam Bhagwan Kesar Maharaj, somebody was telling me, this today, 10 years back, what he was doing and what he was thinking is written on his diary. Maybe online or maybe offline. So great, he's able to maintain that. That's a very great thing. But we might have written hundreds of diaries, but where are they? Nobody knows. Lying down somewhere and dhul chat raha hoga wo. So But even today we can start. I'm telling all of you, you can start today. Write down what are you experiencing and feeling. Of course, keep it confidential. But 5 years later, you can realize, Hare, what I was thinking, and now what change I have got. So, like, I would like to share a personal experience of mine. So, like, regarding one devotee, I was feeling that this devotee didn't respected me. I was feeling a little kind of angry or unhappy that why this devotee didn't respected me.
Unattended.
Huh?
Unattended.
Huh? Or did he attended me? Or did he, so neglected me, kind of neglected me. So then, but I saw that this devotee respected and attended all other devotees very, very nicely. Very nicely he attended and did that. So then, in my heart, I was thinking that, see, if just because he didn't respected me, why should I be envious of him? Maybe that's my karma, or that maybe that's because maybe I'm not that much special, or that much some maybe reason. But then I realized that it's okay. So then I really realized that okay, one should not respect, honor for oneself and for others. Now, when I'm speaking this thing, I'm just not speaking theoretically. Had this been happened 5 years back, then I thought that I would have reacted it in another way. And now when this thing is coming to my life, I am reacting another way. I can see the difference of my understanding the situation. So in all the situations, I am able to see that I can't say that I am dealing very perfectly, or I have achieved something very hard, but I can see the difference in my thought process to a particular situation. The particular situation comes to me, and what I was doing 5 years back, and now what I'm dealing with that situation, there is really a big difference. This I can visualize at least for myself. I don't know about others, this thing, but at least because I am very observant of my thought patterns, my actions. So I am very observant of these things. I keep watching myself all the time. What am I thinking now? How am I reacting to this? So, of course, sometimes it leads to overthinking also. Why? But still, it's good to visualize oneself. Or why am I not feeling like why am I not present on the occasion? Like sometimes you see there is a festival going on, nice kirtan going on, Lord is being worshipped, Lord is being doing abhishek is going on, but we are absent there. We are thinking something else only. So then these all things you have to watch. Why am I not present here? Or suppose sometimes some other devotee is being glorified. You have to watch whether really your heart is feeling blissful to hear his glories, or you are feeling envious. What he did? He did nothing. Why they are not glorifying me? If mind is telling like this is anartha. But it should not remain with you all the life. That throughout the life, every time somebody is glorified, you think that why he is glorified, I should be glorified. Or not that every time you see a woman, you are getting affected. Every time. Yeah, of course, most of the time you are affected. But it should not be the case all the time. At least sometimes we should genuinely think that, okay, because we can't avoid seeing women or girls, we can't avoid. But then we have to advance towards it, otherwise, where is the hope? So my point is that we know that we are not perfect right now. We have to move towards perfection. But what steps am I taking towards perfection? That is also very important to observe. A set of processes given to us. Okay, chant Hare Krishna, read Gita and Bhagavatam, then associate with devotees, take prasadam, visit holy places. This is given to us. And we are doing it for many years. But are we consciously present when we are doing these things? When I'm reading a book, am I consciously present or am I consciously associating with the Shastra? Am I consciously associating with Gita and Bhagavatam or Srila Prabhupada when I'm reading his books? Am I consciously associating with a devotee when I'm taking association? Am I really eager to know? Or I know that, or I think that, oh, I know everything, just because it is told that to associate with you, I have come here. Just I want to be with you, because otherwise people, Prabhuji will tell me that, Hare, you seem to be so alone. Why you are not associating with devotees? So then we have to consciously move towards it, and then slowly rise our consciousness and come to the standard of what Shastras expect from us. See, one thing to understand, we can understand Krishna only through Shastras. So the process is given in Shastra, and the achievement, the goal is also given in Shastra. What you are going to feel is already mentioned in Shastras. Like Prahlad Maharaj, what he was feeling when he would remember Krishna, that is already mentioned in 7th canto. So we are going to feel the same thing now. So now what he followed, if we follow that, then we will feel the same thing. But if you invent your own way and you think that I will do anything and then I will reach to this state, it is not possible. No? Then we are cheating ourselves. We are bluffing ourselves. So sometimes we create a hallucinating result or goal for us without following the proper process. And there comes frustration. The cause of frustration is that our goal is too high. We want to experience Krishna Prem. We want to experience the love of Godhead. We want tears to flow down our eyes. We want that hairs to stand our hand and I will just be lost in Krishna's Prem. But then we don't want to follow the morning program standard. We don't want to chant 16 hours sitting at one place properly. We don't want to take shelter of devotees. We don't want to serve devotees properly. How we will reach this state? Either don't expect such a high goal or increase the standard of your practice. That's the way. Now I want some reflections from all of you. I spoke quite a bit. I want some reflections means some points which last half an hour I spoke. It is very striking to you because you will forget, I know. That's why midway I am asking, please share your reflections. What you got, one point which strike you in the half hour talk. If at all it strike you, if it not, then it's okay. You can even write in chat box if you want, or you can speak also. Somebody, please. Reflections from last half an hour talk. Yes. So this shows whether you are present or not. That is exactly conscious point. Yes. What is this? That is Sri Krishna Prabhu, Bharat Bhushan. Yes. Please tell Prabhu.
Prabhu, I can't type actually. I'm traveling right now. So
Yes, please. It's better to speak.
hello.
Tell.
Yes, yes, Prabhu, that consciousness point is very much related to me. I am observing myself in that certain way. But for the improvement part, I just wanted to जब वो point में think करता रहता हूँ, तो then I realize कि is it ये जो thinking है जो मैं अपने साथ में कर रहा हूँ, that is also a bodily conscious itself ना, or and the point that the thought process which I have to carry in my mind is totally about Krishna means कि ये जो consciousness point है, इस पे मैं सिर्फ अपने bodily point के actions और उस चीज को process कर रहा हूँ, correct? एंड एक सर्टेन पॉइंट के बाद मेरे को इस चीज से भी तो ऊपर उठना पड़ेगा कि नहीं, अगर मैं कॉन्स्टेंटली अपने इसी थॉट प्रोसेस को चेक करता रहूंगा कि नहीं मैं डिवोटीज के साथ कैसा बिहेव कर रहा हूँ, या मेरे माइंड में किसी के साथ आने वाली चीजों को मैं कैसे डील कर रहा हूँ, then I will at certain point of time मैं खुद अपने bodily consciousness में रहूंगा. एक मतलब एक practice mind की वैसी हो जाएगी. But इन द एक्सटेंट वर्जन मेरे को अपने दिमाग में क्या चीज रखनी है कि मेरे को कंटिन्यूसली कृष्ण कृष्ण की लीलाओं को याद रखना है. देन आई विल बी मैं
got
समझा पाया. मतलब वो थोड़ा सा.
Yes, is correct. So our Sri Krishna Guru is speaking that if I am all the time thinking about myself, how am I doing, how am I thinking, what am I doing, firstly, then how am I thinking of Krishna? I'm thinking just of myself, my body. Yeah, see, all of us we want that 24 hours only Krishna's thought would come in our mind. This is what we want. But first of all, before becoming Krishna conscious, become conscious. Let us not jump to Krishna conscious so early. It's not easy to remember Krishna all the time 24. It's not easy, not at all. Very, very difficult. Because we have a lot of past memories, past experiences in our subconscious mind. They will just simply not allow you. Let us first become conscious. That's why there is a step-by-step process. We cannot jump to the highest level so early. Now, the thinking of Krishna is rewarded to you in lieu of your endeavor to become Krishna conscious. I'll give an example. Narad Muni, when he was a boy, so his mother passed away. He just did funeral to her mother and just left. And then he went to jungle and he was meditating on Lord. Meditating, endeavoring, and he literally saw Lord. He practically saw Lord face to face. And then just Lord, disappeared. Just Lord disappeared. And he was like bewildered. What to do now? Just seeing Lord and when he saw the Lord, all his senses were so enlivened. He was just feeling that, what should I do with Lord? Oh, I should kiss him. I should, like for example, I can give a very, this example, graphic example. For a very lusty man, if he is allowed with a woman in the room, and there is no restriction on him, what he will do? Think about it. Don't think. Don't think. But see, he is just allowed, okay, a very lusty man, and actually these examples are coming Sasa also. I'm not speaking something on my way. So same way, a pure devotee, when he sees Lord, his senses just think, what should I do? Like Dhruv Maharaj, when he saw Lord, oh, he's drinking Lord body with his eyes, as if, like Lord body is like nectar, and his eyes are like, mouth or tongue, and he's drinking that body through his eyes, just by saying. It's called Netrotsava. Utsav, a festival for eyes. So, after having that experience of Narad Muni, Lord disappeared. And then Lord told, because you are ku-yogina, you are not completely purified yogi, I cannot reward you again the same experience. Because you wanted it all the time. You still have to practice. So then Narad Muni was not discouraged. He kept on practicing. And after his present birth, he then again took birth as Narad Muni, the Narad boy. So, my point is that this state of consciousness, what you are thinking about, so all the time thinking of Krishna, it is rewarded by spiritual master or great saintly people. It comes as a blessing. You just cannot artificially do that. So artificially, we have to engage our senses in the service of Lord, and for that you have to be conscious. To engage your senses in the service of Lord, you have to be consciously endeavoring to put yourself in the process. Like when I'm chanting, I'm realizing, oh, I'm chanting and where my mind is going. And what will happen, by this conscious observance, we will become humble. Because if we are really conscious, we will realize our limitations. We will realize I am not perfect. We will realize others are greater than me. When we are not conscious, we have a kind of false egoistic mentality that, oh, I am very great. Although I am sitting and chanting, so what? But I am a very great devotee. Although I have a lot of bad thoughts in my mind, so what? Still I am a very great devotee. Although I criticize all the time Vaishnavas, so what? Still I am a great devotee. So, but when we are conscious, oh, what I was doing half an hour back, oh, I was doing Prajalpa, oh, I was criticizing this devotee, I was telling ill about this devotee. Like yesterday, we were reading Chaitanya Charitamrita, and there we got to read about Raghunath Bhatt Goswami. And there's a beautiful line Prabhupada right there. He never criticized Vaishnavas. Never. And he was constantly reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu blessed him to read to read Srimad Bhagavatam constantly. He blessed him. And he was able to recite. Raghunath Bhatt Goswami was the son of Tapan Mishra, who was a great devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and who was feeding Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Varanasi. When Mahaprabhu was in Varanasi, he was taking prasadam in Tapan Mishra's house. And this Tapan Mishra son became Raghunath Bhatt Goswami. And he would be able to recite each verse of Bhagavatam in 3 different tunes. And imagine, 3 tunes he would be able to recite. And then when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he blessed him. So even if somebody wanted to talk ill about some other devotee, he would tell that, I'm not interested. Anybody who is serving Krishna, he's engaged in service of Lord and he's perfect. I don't want to see his fault. What a concept. So I was just reading that and then I realized, my God, where am I? I suddenly realized, because I also want to read Bhagavatam very nicely and more, but then I realized, where am I? I'm criticizing 24 hours. So many people I'm criticizing and finding faults and doing this. So then at least I thought, okay, let me admit it that I am not as good as what is expected from us as a devotee. So still a long way to go. So then a kind of humility comes when we read about these things or we read a pure standard principle. So the one thing that because I was consciously reading this point, then I could realize this point. You get my point? When I was consciously available there, not somebody just hearing this talk and he's not conscious about that point, and he will never think, Hare, you think, okay, he's Raghunath Bhatt Goswami, what I have to do with him? He's a Goswami. I have to just take my prasad, be happy, sleep. So then that reading will not affect us. So our each reading of Shastra should deeply enter our heart and affect our consciousness, and we should feel that, oh, why I am not like him. In terms of devotee, not comparing or comparison, but when the day will come when I will have those qualities what these Goswamis are exhibiting. When that day will come, when I will feel that that kind of urge to read Bhagavatam, that kind of immense intensity to chant the holy name, when that will come. So that's my point. If you're conscious in your activities of Krishna consciousness, whatever you're doing, whatever is prescribed to you, you will automatically improve in your bhakti. That is my point. Yeah, okay. I explained a bit. Yeah. So many points have come. Oh, good. People have done so much. Yes, Sri Krishna, you want to tell something else?
No, Prabhu, that is a very, very heart-touching point which you have explained just now.
Okay.
I will try from my perspective also, so that I can listen. That is a very, very.
This Tuesday class I have specifically kept for this kind of journey and bringing heart to my heart to youth devotees especially. Thank you. Okay, so let me read some devotees have written very beautiful points. So Tanish Matre has written concept point was so good. Ojas Mishra Prabhu has written, we want Krishna Prem, but we don't want to endeavor so much. Correct. Our Aniket Dhanavade Prabhu has written, you shared sometimes we are absent while the Lord is glorified or while the Kirtan is going on. I think of myself here, we are not focusing on what is required. My mind should be present at the moment. Just wanted to know how to be in the present moment, not thinking too much. Also, I think sometimes the devotees were angry. Correct. Yes, I'll answer this. Harsh was also written a beautiful point. Morning program chanting here and reading are comparatively easier as we have to somehow engage mind. But living with devotees and serving them is very difficult because false ego comes here. And that burning of heart by envy is so miserable. Leaving, Leaving, association is also not good. Neither it could be expressed as there will be a wrath. And the grudge is so heavy for heart to carry. Harsh has really summarized the, you can say that the agony of being with devotees. We can't leave it, and we cannot ally be with them, and we cannot ally be. Correct? We cannot live with them because our heart is burning of envy, false pride, ego, all these things. And we cannot leave them also because where will we go? That is purification. That's why what we are doing is even greater than yogis. To become a yogi may be easier. I'm not saying it is very easy. It's difficult to go on a mountain, sit in a place and just do dhyan. What you are doing dhyan, you only know. You and Paramatma know. You are alone only. What you are doing, nobody knows. But to be with devotees, when people are observing you, you are earnest devotees, you are being looked after, and you can't show your anger there, you can't show your ego or envy there, but your heart is burning. Oh my God, it's so difficult. It's so difficult. It's really difficult, I understand. And that is the purification you have to pay the price. But dear Prabhus, when you pay this price, believe me, Krishna will send you help and Krishna will purify your heart. And then he will give you realization. That's what Prabhupada wanted. What he said, Prabhupada said when he was leaving this world, that if you love me, then cooperate to push this movement forward. Cooperate. It's not easy to cooperate, especially in this age of Kali Yuga, when we have different opinions, different lifestyle, different thought process. Very, very difficult. But still we are going on for the pleasure of Guru and Krishna. That's what pleases them. Yeah. Ram has written, we have to regularly keep observing ourselves. Is really my conscious anything. Correct. Yes. Yes, I am not great devotee, being vegetarian, still thoughts of am I capable of wearing mala? Okay. So Aniket, to the question, I can just quickly throw some points on it. Yeah, see how to be present the moment. So when something going on, suppose kirtan is going on, and even if you don't like the kirtan, suppose you are not doing, but at that time you can just think that, oh, by just doing this kirtan, I am doing the most important activity of my life. I am going to please the Lord, and this kirtan, this present moment which I am doing, is going to give me all the results of my endeavor. There's a verse, Krishna Bhakti Kaile Sarva Karam Krit Hoy. Now, why our mind is not absent, not present there? There's a reason for it. Because we are always in the doing mode. ये करना है, वो करना है, ये करना है. अभी हम लोग जब हमारा माइंड कीर्तन में तो क्या सोचता है? अभी जब कीर्तन खत्म होगा तब जाके ये काम करूंगा, तो मुझे शांति मिलेगी. अरे मेरा ये काम हो गया. और जब माइंड वो काम पे रहता है तो क्या सोचता है? अभी जब मैं कीर्तन करूंगा तब मुझे आनंद मिलेगा. This is just a game of mind. So when you are doing kirtan, first situate yourself in a position where you can involve your emotions into it and adjust your mind. Yes, by this one activity, I am going to achieve all the goals of my life. Make your mind convinced about this thing, especially in terms of devotional activity. Because yes, any devotional activity, like I am giving lecture to you now. So when I'm giving lecture to you now, I am thinking that yes, by my this activity, I please Guru Krishna Prabhupada, and if they are happy, I'm going to achieve all the things in my life, what I wanted in my life. So then I'm fully conscious what I'm speaking and I'm addressing all of you. So any devotional activity you do, try your best. I'm not telling it, it's not easy. There will be always thousand thoughts will pull us here apart. But still try your best that let mind come here. It will go again coming back. Especially kirtan, or any lecture or anything. So, and you can even pray to Lord. Oh Lord, please help me, my mind to be here. Please let me release, let me express. Like when we chant Hare Krishna. So you chant Hare Krishna, pronounce each word, especially in kirtan, with feeling. Put some feeling, even artificially put some feeling and some emotions. Oh Lord, please help me, please help me. And even if artificially we do it, then Krishna may hear it. And I'm telling you this with full conviction and faith. What 10 years back I was doing kirtan and what I am doing kirtan now, there's a difference. And even when I am chanting Krishna now, of course, I'm not just telling that I have more advanced what, but I cannot feel when this Hare Krishna mantra comes now. So it is so relishable. Sometimes it's really just, it is like, oh, just amazing. Today only I was doing some work in the office and I just played some kirtan. I was just about to dance only. Oh, this is so beautiful, amazing. So absorb these things in your mind more and more. And as you keep doing, you become habituated by it. And then the pleasure in that, Krishna will give you that small pleasure in that thing. And then when you next time here, you will hanker for that pleasure. Same thing happens in japa. So japa, when I do japa, I am greedy for that pleasurable moment. And it can come anytime in my japa, in the course of my japa, anytime that pleasurable moment can come. So that is my greed to be present at japa. The same way we will try for all the activities when we're observing Lord, seeing Lord, other things. You will see that these all things, will give you a lot of conviction and a lot of faith in the process. And like that, we move forward. And then what we're talking about is verse Vichakshana. You'll become expert in one day, you'll become expert, and then completely freed from material hankering. That is there, Brahmabhuta Prasanna Sotanila Kansati, and Sama Sarveshu Bhutesu Mad Bhaktim Labhate Param. That time we will really start devotional studies. So I think the time is now where I spoke at length about this thing. Anybody would like to add some points or tell something or summarize a thing? Anything? They are most welcome. Yes, thanks to
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
yes.
I want to add one point. I just heard one lecture on chanting.
Yes.
Probably it was from Amoglila Prabhu. So when he told one thing, while we are chanting Hare Krishna, just keep one thing in mind. When we chant Hare Krishna, just pray to Krishna, just like the Rukmini you have kidnapped her from the wedding. Just kidnap us from this material world and situate us to the spiritual world. Just keep this how in mind and just call out the name of Krishna.
Correct. That's it. Any spirituality you can remember. You can remember Gajendra, you can remember Draupadi, you can remember Rukmini. You are in a helpless condition and just calling out to Lord. Very correct. Thank you. Yes. Anybody?
No need to comment.
Huh?
It's my turn, Prabhuji. I can speak.
You can speak.
So this is out of the context point, but I wanted to add here one more point. We are very much grateful to you, Prabhuji. Sometimes what happens? Whatever our in our mind, although we are experiencing it, but we can't express in word. So via your lecture and via you, we are experience all those things which is happening in our mind. So I am very much grateful to you, Prabhuji. So thank you so much, Prabhuji, for
Thank
the
you.
for
Actually, this platform we have made for that thing only, that what is happening in youth life you can share and take help. So many duties are there here. We from Jabalpur now today they have joined. So let us come to a common platform and put our thoughts and make us a strong gathering where we can help each other to move forward. None of us here are very perfect or very advanced. No, we are all struggling with our own anarthas and material conditions. Let us help each other genuinely. So that will keep us a lot of encouragement. Here now, Navi has written one point.
Navi is son of Braj Kishore Prabhu.
Okay. I thought that carrying spiritual life and college life was getting very difficult, but then I realized that I am not giving my 100% energy. That's why I was getting weakened by mind and my consciousness. But after today's lecture, I have got the energy to work more hard, get stronger, Krishna and saving studies. Great. Thank you. That's the success of today's lecture then. If you are inspired to put your 100% energy. Yes. Even I am also not putting my 100% energy. I also want, please pray for me. I can also put my 100% energy to serve Krishna. That will be really great. Fine. Anything else? Anybody wants to speak or add or ask? Okay. So I just wanted to quickly say something regarding sadhana card. So in Jabalpur, youth devotees, we have started a sadhana card where they send us every day their wake up time and sleep time and their chanting. And there is a format, some 6-7 things are there in that, the reading, hearing. So I request all the devotees of Yuva group, they can also submit that in the Yuva club. We are keeping it open so that those who do very strong sadhana, from them people can be inspired, and those who do very bad sadhana, they will feel ashamed to, why am I doing bad sadhana? So Ridhamada will send the format to all of you, and we can start, maybe from tomorrow, day after tomorrow, or we can start. From tomorrow itself, we can start. So he will send this format to you. Please start sending your sadhana. It will help each other to be accountable. It's very important to be accountable. And in our voice training days, it was compulsory for us to do that. And it's good because we are all now practicing devotees, and we may slip sometime in some things. So if it is accounted for, then we will be more conscious. So one of the things to be conscious about our practice of Krishna consciousness is to be accountable. If you are accountable to somebody, then you are conscious that I have to do it because somebody is watching me. So that's why this sadhana thing we are bringing now. And I request all the devotees who want to be in Yuva club, they should collect. They should do it. Even if it is going little bad and it's okay, not a big problem. But please do it. So Hidamanapu will do the needful. He will send you the format, and please fill it and send it. And let us make this Yuva group more stronger and stronger, so that we practice very nicely Krishna consciousness and inspire many other people who are hankering for it, and give them this taste of Krishna consciousness. All right. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining today. Thank you very much. Because of your association, I could also speak something on this very important subject matter. And thanks a lot. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.